Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Well, this is the day after Hurricane Milton, and I had promised you that I would bring you back into the garden the day after. Now, if you saw our last video, it showed you what the garden was like before the hurricane, in this case, tropical storm that came through here. Now, today, as promised, I'm going to take you back so you can see what the garden looked like after Milton left us. First, we'd like to give our condolences to those who have lost loved ones during the hurricane. And many people have lost their belongings, their homes, and everything. We pray that you'll be able to find peace and the ability to come back stronger. Don't give up. All things are possible. Here you're looking at the ackee tree. If you notice, the only thing I see that is wrong is that the winds kind of separated the tree and we have this big space right here. But if you notice, the ackees are still on the tree despite the heavy, violent winds that came through. Now, there's a live video of when the winds were happening at the time. You can go ahead and check that out. But this is the tree, and I'm looking at the ground, and I don't see any ackees on the ground. That's amazing. In addition, look at this. Two of them have opened up. You just never know what will happen in a storm. No complaints here. Not at all. This is the hog plum tree. It, it too did well. Nothing to complain about. Here is the papaya tree. Do you see any papayas on the ground? No, not one. They're all on the tree. As much as the winds were ferocious, nothing came down off of that. Here are the rest of them. Still there. Yeah, let's see if the bananas stood up. This is the small banana plant and the small bunch of bananas. Yeah, it's there. Nothing to complain about here either. This avocado tree bent so far back into the winds. I thought it was going to come down. The only thing is we're going to have to kind of tie it up a bit, you know. But no problems here. And all the other plants right here seem to be, well, this is the dwarf avocado plant. What about the coconut trees and the tiny coconuts that were on it? Not bad at all. This one, yeah, it has one left on it. But there's some more right here. And it doesn't seem like any of them fell off of this part. Oh, I'm surprised that we still have so many things standing up. The banana right here that I thought was going to go down didn't at all. There are some more. Well, you can tell that this papaya came forward. Papaya tree here, but it's still in the ground. No problems. What about the other coconut tree? Oh, the coconuts are still on it. You You can see the winds are kind of still heavy. Winds are still blowing heavily today, but nothing compared to yesterday at all. All the pineapples in containers are still standing. And I thought about picking them up, but I realized they're very heavy. So I kind of thought that they would stay since they're so low to the ground as well. Let's check out the banana plants over here. No problems here. Now you can see the vervine plant was battered a bit. But that's okay. Here's another. This is plantain right here. The two stayed up. It seems to be that the bananas and plantains are still standing. Amazing. This one is so heavy. I really thought it was going to fall. No complaints at all. None. Nothing to complain about when you consider what other people are experiencing as a result of this. Yeah, not at all. Go up. Can you believe this? Hi. He loves to play. Is a she? Playing. Well, that was the neighbor's dog. Here's another papaya. They're all on. This one has two branches of papayas. My volunteer pigeon peas is standing tall. Ah, check out the guava tree. Are the guavas still on? Yep. Yeah, they're still on it. Yeah. There were gusts, the winds went up at one point when I checked, it was about 50 miles an hour. Yeah, I've picked the biggest ones already before the storm. So these are still on the tree. And the Nesberry tree still has the small ones on it too. It has a lot of small Nesberries. Doing well. Can't complain at all. This is a cherry tree still up. And across from it is the sweet sap or sugar apple tree. Now this jackfruit tree was battered. That's one thing that kept it up. This right here. That rope tied up onto the palm tree. Yeah, that's what kept this standing. Because it got a, seems to me most of the winds were over here. And we have our last bunch of bananas right here. And here is the dwarf June plum tree. I see the plums are still on it. Well, as you can see, there is nothing to complain about at all. Nothing. So let's continue to pray for all those who were affected, terribly affected in that. But the garden is still intact. Thank God for that. So thank you very much for taking a little tour of the garden with me. And please, and if you can help others who have been affected, do so. Don't hesitate. We will all need help sometime in our lives. See you next time at the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden.